Mullen has signed its first dealership partner in the United States as they get ready for 2023. So should you buy the stock? Sit tight as we answer that by going through recent news as well as my chart analysis and price prediction. But before we do that, subscribe to our channel Stox 101 for regular stock market updates. Mullen has entered an agreement with Randy Marion Automotive under which the dealership will offer sales and servicing for their vehicles. Randy Marion Automotive is one of the most famous and successful commercial vehicle dealerships in the United States, and both Mullen and Bollinger Motors' commercial vehicle lineup will be sold by the said dealership. CEO Randy Marion said that David Michery and his company are focusing on servicing a high-demand commercial vehicle market, and David Michery stated that he's excited for this partnership and they'll be an important part in Mullen's success. With all that in mind, let's analyze the charts. So as you guys can see right here now in the 1-day chart for MULN, and as always, we'll first analyze the 1-day chart, then the 1-hour chart, and to end it off, we'll get to the 5-minute chart. But before we talk about any of this, we're up by 7% on the pre-market. And why is that so? Well, Mullen has just, striked a partnership with Loop Global, which, if you don't know, is a company that works on rechargeable stuff, or rather recyclable stuff, and they're now going to work on recyclable energy. So they'll of course be working with EV companies, and now Mullen will be working with them to deploy EV solutions all over the world. That's of course for charging stations on highways and stuff like that, as well as residential charging stations, which of course is a necessity for any growing EV company. As for the price action, of course, the larger picture has been bearish, but if we look over here, we can see that we did get a massive gap up yesterday after the news that we got of the Randy Marion partnership, right? So we went to a high of about 23 cents, and right of that resistance level, we did fall down by about 7% pretty much, right? And right now we're up by 6.72% on the pre-market. So in 2 days, we've gone up by about pretty much just 18%, right? But of course, this pre-market price won't last long like yesterday as well, right? If you ask me where this is headed, I believe that we might get another red candle today because we're up, of course, thanks to the announcement. But once the hype dies out, right, we will go up a bit, we'll get hyped up, right? And then the stock will continue to fall. I'm not saying that we'll make somewhat of a low today, right? But yeah, we will fall. I believe that 22 cents would be the lower level, right? And for resistance, I don't think we'll be crossing 24 cents, but even 23.5 cents would probably be difficult to cross today if you ask me, right? We should start the day off getting resisted by 23, and by chance, right, by any chance, if we're able to break this 23 cent level, we'll probably jump on into this range, use this as support, and then get on to hit 23.5, right? If we fail to break that, of course, we won't be going to 24, right? And at the same time, I already told you guys in my last video that even though I am bullish on Mullen, I do not think that it will go up in just a few days, right? It is a good company, but it will take a long time to go up. At the same time, if we do talk about, all of the mess that has been going on with David Michery, right? We'll talk about that in pretty much every single video, that no matter whatever is going on, right? I know that there are a lot of problems going on, but at the same time, we must acknowledge the fact that David has been working to build this company up. And even if it means, now here's the thing to consider, right? Before like November, I guess, he used to work like a minimal, I would say, right? I'm not assuming anything, but just from the progress, we can see that he didn't work as much, but he used to announce a lot of things on the pre-hand, and basically he used to announce stuff before he actually did it, right? But now that is changing, and David is finally doing things before announcing them, right? And that of course is a good sign. If we look at the price action, we can see that we're in a bearish trend overall, right? So this, even though we got kind of squeezed in over here and the bearish trend did kind of calm down, we can see that we did make a lower high over here. So that indicates further bearish pressure. And if by any chance, as I already told you, we make another high above the 24.5 cent level, we probably will be able to kind of reinstate the bullish trend, kind of flip this over, right? And then we'll be going up. But I personally don't think it will happen so soon, right? I think it might happen in 2023, right? So that could be the first quarter or the second quarter. But in my opinion, the real bull trend will start only when we actually start delivering, right? Partnerships are cool, everything is cool. Once we start delivering, boom, the stock's gonna go boom, it's gonna go up, it's gonna skyrocket, right? We're gonna touch the moon. And exactly how high are we talking? Well, of course, I did already give you guys my $2 price target in a few old videos. So I guess I'll probably reinstate on that, right? I'll probably reiterate on that. And at the same time, that would indicate pretty much a 9x growth, I believe, from the current price. And if you had bought the stock below 20 cents, of course, you will get more than a 10x return, which of course is good. And that's exactly why I told you guys that the 18-cent range was pretty close to the bottom of the stock, right? And the next range that I gave you, of course, was 15 cents, I believe, right? Somewhere around here. Wait, let me mark that 15 cents. Yeah, so 15 cents is the next range if we talk about a lower support. And if we talk about a resistance, right, a major resistance, of course, 25 cents pretty much, right? And at the same time, after that, 30 cents. All of these like 5-cent jumps are really hard to make for the stock because they are pretty much psychological levels that work really well in the retail market. We're up on the pre-market at least on 7.53%, so we'll have to move on into the more detailed charts to see what's going on, and let's jump into the 1-hour chart. And now that we're in the 1-hour chart, we can see that yesterday we did get a double top over here at 23 cents, a pretty perfect double top, after which, of course, we did get supported while going down here at 20.5, right? Even though we did break it and make a low around 20.20, right? 20.20 has proved to be a good support and resistance level for Mullen. After that, of course, we did face resistance around, wait, let me get the horizontal line, around 21.6 pretty much. And now we can see that in the aftermarket we did fall down a bit, but on the pre-market, of course, we did get a massive green candle, right? We got a pre-market volume of 187,000 or well 188,000 shares in this matter, right? Which if we compare to the previous volumes is kind of low, but at the same time, whatever happens, it's good, right? The stock is up, that's all that matters. But at the same time, even if the stock goes down, it's nothing to be worried about, in my opinion, right? Of course, you're free to make whatever financial choices you want because this is definitely not financial advice. But in my opinion, even if the stock goes down to 18 cents again, I personally wouldn't be that bothered because I am investing for the company and not for the buying and selling action, right? I'm not buying in it, or rather, even I'm not bullish on it exactly because of the intraday movements. I'm bullish on it because of the long-term vision that I can see building up, right? And if that turns out well, I personally think that the stock can definitely hit a 10, 20, or even a 30x price growth. But what I'm really interested in is, of course, the pre-market price action. So let's jump on into the 5-minute charts. And now that we're in the 5-minute chart, we can see that over here on the extended trading hours, the pre-market trend is bullish, right? We did build a bullish trend, and even though we are getting continuous pin bar candles on the lower side, we did just get a pin bar on the upper side. So I believe this actually might be a continuation for the bullish trend, right? In that case, we might get another bullish day, right? And if we do, as I already told you, we might get into the 23.5-cent range, use it as a support, go up 24 cents, probably get resisted at 24 cents. So this would be the most important level in my opinion, right? If we fail to break 24 cents, well, the stock will probably be back into a bearish mode, right? For at least a few days, of course, not on the long term. But even if we break it, I do believe that we probably will come down crashing probably in a few days, right before this weekend. That, of course, is due to the fact that Mullen is hated by a lot of people for, whatever has been happening in the past few years, or rather months just. Well, it hasn't been many years since Mullen came up, right? With, of course, the popularity part and the EV part and David Michery, of course, right? If we talk about, however, the price action that we're going to get today, I already told you that I believe we might get in 23.5-cent range. If we do, we'll probably use that as a support, use 24 cent as a resistance. Even if we don't, we have the 23-cent support, which will be strong. And of course, we will kind of bounce in over here. I do believe that we might get a good sell-off by the end of the day if we can prove this current ride to be a bullish trend, right? If we get up over here, probably go sideways, fall down, back to 22.5, right? We might get a green percentage overall, right? That's my prediction for the day. We'll probably end the day off around the 22.5 and 22 cent range between this, right? Somewhere around here. We'll probably end the day somewhere in the 22.5 and 22 cent range. But of course, I could be wrong, so remember that this most definitely is not financial advice, and you should always do your own research before you trade. If, however, you enjoyed my analysis, be sure to hit the like button. If you did not enjoy it, be sure to hit that dislike button. You can subscribe to our channel, Stocks 101, for more such videos. And as always, I will see you guys in the next one.